Welcome everybody to 98 Fiancé Fridays on a Sunday because it's such an exciting wedding episode with the whole crew: Coco, George, Gina, JLP. We got Izzy in the house, Laurie, and Pineapple Girl, and I'm sure others are rolling in as we go live. So, how's everyone doing?
I'm
Fantastic.
I'm
Good,
good.
good.
Yeah, I'm good.
True. So, how'd you like tonight's episode?
Tonight's episode was all right. So if I'm gonna describe it in sexual positions, um, it was missionary. It wasn't anything fun, freaky, or wild. It was just missionary.
There was no bukkake tonight.
No,
Unfortunately, not.
I'm not even sure I finished. It was just, you know how it was just like you just like, what are we even doing? I don't even want to do this anymore. That's kind of how I felt.
It was
Like,
a little like tantric sex because I couldn't. It took me a while to finish the episode.
well, right. You were like, well, we have to finish, but I would rather check my phone.
It's kind of like me sleeping with a man my own age. Like, I don't really want to continue this.
It's like
Um,
you're doing charity
Well,
work, right?
you guys gotta admit the wedding was kind of nice.
Which
So,
one though?
oh,
Which one?
the Joan and Greg wedding that was kind of nice. So I would describe it as like 10 seconds of oral with missionary.
oh God.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 10 seconds of oral.
Well, I
and then
definitely was
straight
not eating my
missionary.
pussy out, so it was not that at all.
Well,
Yeah,
And then-
I
episode,
will admit his wedding was like it was the only one to be like
Yeah, it was really sweet. It was nice, you know.
not to be jealous of, but to be like proud of if that was your wedding.
Yeah,
Well,
the vows were beautiful. They
yeah,
looked great.
they had very thought out, honest vows that they thought about and everything. So yeah, and they both, and I said this on Twitter too. I was like, look, I don't know why she wants to marry him, but they both look happy. So I guess it doesn't really matter what I think, right? Because she looked really happy, he looked really happy. It looks like they really love each other. So who am I to pick it apart? So I was like, I don't know what she wants with this man. She
But
got him.
remember, George, in true TLC fashion, a lot of the shit we see is scripted. So they might be editing the parts that are good and just portraying him as a low down, dirty loser, that lives with his mom and this and that. But they've been together 4 years and he's gone to Uganda. So there has to be a little bit more to that relationship than what we've seen.
I think you're nailing it because look how nice this wedding was and how that beautiful car that they rented. I think that Greg is a broke ass dude is a storyline. I
Yeah.
think that Greg has money. I think Greg has always had a job. I think that this is all BS.
Yeah, he definitely has some money or at least a job before he said he didn't have one. He
Yeah.
has some kind of job. Maybe that bakery or that pizza shop belongs to him.
And then the actual wedding though, like everyone there seemed like excited to be there. There was a lot of energy in the room, there was a lot of love in the room.
Right. It was
And
a really nice.
like Shawn's wedding where it looked like someone just like whipped out like a dead it just felt like somebody whipped out like a dead fish and smacked him upside the head with it. Like it just there's no energy in the room. It was
Yeah, it looked
Well,
like
after
just
2 hours of waiting in the
yeah,
freaking
but
heat.
even
Yeah.
still, I
Yeah.
know the waiting in the heat was like sucks, but still, it's a
I compare it to like Sunday brunch after church, like with the big family at the table, everybody's just talking amongst themselves.
it was a
No,
big
So-
clunker.
So
no
look,
music, no nothing. Just
I was confused, right? Because when I go to weddings a lot. I used to be a wedding singer. I used to sing and I used to sing at weddings. So when weddings, they don't start on time. This is like for real. So one thing that I was confused by for these weddings tonight was when you're waiting for the wedding to take place, there's usually a holding area where you can have drinks. It's like has tables, it has hors d'oeuvres. Like we usually wait into a waiting area. And then when they tell us, okay, we're getting ready to start, that's when we all go into the area where the ceremony was. So I was confused as to why they all went outside and sat out there waiting. No,
Well, it probably has to do with the way it was set up because I know that for the reception, there's always cocktail hour. So cocktail hour, everybody hangs out in the lounge and has drinks until the bride and groom arrive and are ready to do the procession. That's for the reception because that's how it was with my wedding. But as far as the ceremony, I know that I've been to weddings where the venue is outside and then the reception is inside. When the wedding is outdoors, you got to sit out there until the wedding starts, and then after the wedding you go into cocktail hour. But it's not the other way around. They don't let you get anything to drink before the ceremony, because people might fuck up and start objecting to the wedding and saying stuff. If you're drunk at a wedding that you don't agree with, that could be tragic.
No, that's true. That's true. Because I mean, I guess it does matter, the venue. Because like I said, I've been to many, many, many weddings. They never start on time. But we don't always just sit in the area. Sometimes they're at churches. We don't just go sit in the church. Like there'll be like a little area outside the area where we would just congregate until everybody gets ready. But was Shawn right to be like a little pissy?
I would have been a little pissy. First of all, I would have been so mad, and I would have told her, you know what, I'm gonna do this because I already paid the caterer, but I'm not. This is not going on paper. Fuck that. You need to grow up.
But ladies, I want to ask the ladies.
Yeah.
2 hours late. Is that I'm not gonna marry you bad? Because I think that too. I know women take a long time to get ready. Like if we're going to like for instance, like a party and it's like
I take 10 minutes to get ready.
For real?
Yeah, I'm being serious. I literally can do
a makeup. Like to a party where you dress up and you wear a gown and like 10 minutes?
My husband has learned to tell me whenever we're going out, he'll like if he has dinner reservations at 8, he'll tell me they're at 6. So by 5 o'clock, 5:30, I'm already dressed and everything I have to do. And then he's like, all right, we can drive down there, but the reservation is for 8 o'clock. I just got to tell you it's early because it takes so long.
This is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I agree with that. And I think that Shawn thinking that a woman is going to show up at her wedding day on time.
Yeah, but the outfit that she was wearing is not conducive for a 2.5-hour delay.
Okay.
I even within a premiere or something like that, I'm always the one that like I'm ready before my husband.
Yeah,
really?
I know Shawn had obviously he had a reason to be pissed, but at the same time, it's like if it's your wedding day, you're supposed to be like even tempered and like even.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's nothing you could do about it on the day of. That's it. What's done is done. But she could have been a little bit more considering, knowing, especially if it's your big day. You don't sleep the day before your wedding. You don't sleep. You're worried about making sure you dress and you do your fitting. You try and you dress at least twice before the actual wearing of the dress.
But
and you
was
make
it
sure
appropriate for her to say my fantasy, not our fantasy? Like she said my fantasy. It's just like, well, what about him?
I really want to know.
No, she's right. Weddings are for the women, for the ladies. Or
I understand that. However,
the man shows up and he says, I do. That's his only job. It's not his day. It's not about him. I've never been to
but this is a gay couple, and she's a transgender now, right? What if it was a gay couple?
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, like like male with a male, not a male and a transgender.
Well, yeah, like Kenny and Armando's wedding.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Though that's both of your days. But I think Aliyah identifies as a woman, and this was her day, her fantasy, her dream. And Shawn was how women are with their wedding. You insert man here. It doesn't matter who he is.
Yeah. I agree with that.
In the wedding. So no, I think Aliyah behaved like any woman would behave, showing up 2 hours late. I've been to weddings, guys, where I was scheduled to sing, where it said it started at 3 and the bride didn't get there till 6. Like,
no, but that's ridiculously late.
This is not unheard of.
Yeah, but that's ridiculous. I can understand if she's going to be 2 hours late because she's wearing this big giant ball gown and the hair is to die for and the veil and everything. I mean, okay, you can see how that can cause.
Maybe it takes a long time to properly tuck in.
Yeah, she
didn't do that right.
Considering she was able to tuck it away wearing a thong, I don't think there's much to tuck. Because with all men have a lot that going on down there, so a G-string tucked away, I don't know how that worked out.
Well, there was a bulge I did see a bulge.
Yeah, right. In the last week's episode, when I posted, I was
Yeah.
like, "You need to retuck that thing."
Yeah, there was a bulge, and I was just like, "Oh, it's out. It's showing. I don't think we're supposed to see that." It's
You know what? As horrible as we found the dress, did you guys catch that? Shawn was the designer of the dress.
Yeah, I caught that.
No.
You didn't
Yeah.
catch that? I caught it.
He designed that. They did that
I
together.
thought she designed it with like some Brazilian
yeah, but
designers.
That was
But
that
they
was Shawn
discussed
said
it. The idea came into fruition when they both discussed it.
Yes, they came together, and then the designer, drew it and drafted it up. But they that was their vision.
Yeah, but it was fucked up when, like I said, when Shawn was doing the toast, but really he was like roasting Aliyah.
Well, yeah, like I think that he was having a temper tantrum, and I called him tonight online. I said he was being a spicy gay. He was being very spicy and feisty and petty on your wedding day. And it's like, yeah, you're upset, but you paid a lot of money for this day. If you really love this person, this will be the most important day of your life.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy because it was like, I honestly, I would be walking out if
somebody said welcome. Somebody at the wedding said welcome to citizenship.
Oh my God, I heard it. That was so unhinged.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Yo, it was like welcome to citizenship.
I saw that. It was in the closed captioning that I was.
Yes, it was like welcome to the citizenship. Welcome to immigration. And I was like, nah, y'all are being petty right now. Y'all.
I mean, you make me wait 2 hours in 100-degree heat. I'm gonna come at you, bro. I don't care.
I mean, you're right.
Don't wait in the car where there's air condition.
Yeah, but that's not appropriate. I can understand an hour behind, and then because of your attire, you have a big dress, or there's a flat tire, circumstances that you can have no control of. But she came in there with a busted wig and a terrible tacky dress that looked like a negligee with a half tuck, and that's supposed to be what took her 2 hours.
Yeah, like okay. Obviously, this is a good debate, but Shawn, yeah. So Shawn was being kind of a dick, whether he was justified or not. The one thing I will say now, conversely, is like with the Sarper and Shekinah thing, when Shekinah was having a meltdown over the bed situation, I'll give Sarper kind of some kudos where he was like, at least initially, he was kind of being very sweet and trying to calm her down and make her feel better. So I was like, damn, Sarper's showing his sensitive side. I was surprised.
Well, yeah, when you're not slapping somebody and pulling their hair out, you can be nice. Isn't that what a lot of the women say? The women are like, he's usually really nice. I was like, oh, when he's not knocking your teeth out, he nice? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what they always say. But yeah, the bed thing at the Motel 6. Let's get into that because they can afford surgeries and nose jobs and all this stuff, but they rented a room at the Motel 6 for their wedding, and I'm just confused. Y'all, what's going on?
You could smell that fucking room through the screen, bro.
You just need a black light and with the
like to see what looks like porn is filmed in there, bro.
Oh, you know that there was anal porn filmed in that room. You just know.
Yeah, it looked like bukakis and shit going on in the sectional couch.
The floor was like super scuffed up and shit.
Well, yeah, you know that they were dragging stuff across that floor.
Yeah, all the cameras and shit for the porn.
I'm just so confused as to why they didn't just rent a normal venue.
That's what I said.
And just bring a bed, right?
Well,
like I'm so lost.
Are they gonna have guests?
Well, yes, they're gonna have guests, but where are they gonna go, Captain? Like
they're just gonna stand around or sit on those cum infested couches that are all scattered throughout the room. That carpet it looks like a smoking room, so the carpet must smell like cigarettes and mold.
It looks like a Howard Johnson.
Yes.
No, it looks like a Seagull suite.
What's a Howard Johnson?
Those are. I don't even think they make. There is one.
They do. They're still around.
There is one here in Pennsylvania.
Is it?
But they're like. If you've ever been to Vegas, George, you were here in Vegas. Remember? Yeah. Okay. So when you were driving down the roads, did you ever see a thing called Seagull Suites?
No.
Okay, so we have this like in Vegas. It's kind of like a joke. A Seagull Suite is worse than a Motel 6. It's worse than a Howard Johnson. It looks like a fucking crack house.
Oh, okay.
they're all around Vegas, so you'll see Seagull Suite, Seagull Suite, Seagull Suite. Like it's a joke, but
I don't think I was in that part of town.
no.
Yeah, because I was at the Link. So yeah, I don't think I was in that part of town.
It's basically it makes the Motel 6 look like a Waldorf Astoria.
Yeah, if you walk into a hotel room and the mattress is so lumpy and uneven, it's like a wave pool.
Yeah,
that means the mattress is old. All right, so that's your first red flag right there. Yeah. And the furniture, you can tell it's a tweed furniture, so it's probably all stained up. The curtains look dingy. The furniture looks dated. So
it looks very
it looks very skeevy,
housey.
Yeah,
it's where you're gonna have your meth girl summer, basically.
It's where you pay an hourly rate, not a daily rate.
It's where you pay the weekly rate.
Well,
you know what? Damn, I don't want to say this out loud because I'll put it in the chat. I'm gonna put it in the chat. But
everything that you're saying doesn't sound like somewhere that you would want to get married.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
And especially if, like, you know, he's like, let's say he has money. Like, there's no way in fuck.
Listen, she did it because, I like the chandeliers and this is my vision.
There's nice chandeliers.
I guarantee it was not her fucking vision. It was because they couldn't afford anything else.
Yeah, this was her budget. Because I was like, there's nice chandeliers at banquet halls. And if you can bring anything you want, like you can rent a banquet hall and you can bring anything, chairs, it's a bar, a bed. They don't tell you what you can't bring. I'm pretty sure you can't bring a water bed.
Listen, George or Coco, you're from Vegas. All you have to do is pick a day of the week because it's cheaper and book a room at the Venetian.
Absolutely. It's funny because
on the weekday, those rooms are cheap.
Yes. So what's funny is, even like if you're doing like one night, you could pay like $60 for the Venetian for one night. If you know where to look. But I honestly believe they're in a Seagull Suite because just from the looks of it, like it's where people go when they have nowhere else to go.
But by the way,
what a Seagull is.
By the way, the way they kind of like dismantled the bed and kind of moved the bed over, does that mean it was like a shitty cheap bed?
Yes, 145%.
Well, I always thought that
that mattress looked worn as shit.
Guys, I thought beds at hotels were bolted to the floor. They can't be moved. Am I wrong?
Yes, you are, George. They're not bolted. They're not meant to be moved because the headboards are usually bolted to the wall.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, but the bed, it can be moved. I've seen that on 600-Pound Life when they
didn't know.
Bring in a bigger bed.
Because I was like, wait, the bed moved? I thought they were usually bolted down to the floor. Because when you try to move the bed at a hotel, they don't budge.
Yeah,
I've never thought about moving the bed.
Me either. I've never had
That's literally never, out of all the hotels
it's never crossed my mind.
That is never like, I wonder if this bed moves.
Well, if you were in a room with two beds, some people want to push them next to each other.
Yeah, you push them together.
They're twin beds.
So all the people involved in the orgy can just be in the orgy. You push them together.
Yeah.
You'll be having fun.
Yeah, but that
George, what hotels do you go to?
Why? Are you trying to get me banned? Why?
I'm just curious. Is it like making a fort where you're like, you're let's push these beds together and let's make like a
blanket fort.
Do you do that? Like, do you make like a night fort with the people you're with?
It depends on who I'm with. It depends. Sometimes we all want to like lay in bed and talk on the phone, like watch TikToks together. So yeah, sometimes it depends. Okay. It literally depends.
Well, I think I want to hang out with George. It sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. Oh, but my next question is: do you think that Shekinah is broke, and that's why that she lives in like a tiny apartment? And
well, okay, I'll say she lives in a tiny apartment because it's fucking Los Angeles and it's ridiculously expensive. Like, her apartment probably goes for around $4,000.
Yeah, that shoebox in LA probably cost her about $4,000 easy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, my place wasn't like, it was a little bigger than hers, and it was like $6,000 a month. So
yeah, you're paying location. You're paying Los Angeles.
It's not necessarily that she has no money. It's just that she has no money left over.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering that too, because she doesn't come across as like a person that asks for money on the corner. But I was like, the way that she's moving this season, it does seem like she's got money flow issues. But I guess when you're paying $4,000 or $5,000 a month for your apartment alone, and then you pay $8,000 to bring your mail order husband over here, I guess you would be short on cash. I guess you would.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
this hotel in LA or Las Vegas? Sorry, does anybody know?
It's in LA because it would have been Vegas. She would have just picked one of the high-end Vegas hotels.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's definitely in
Just
LA.
confirming.
We definitely need to find that hotel. And Gina, what you said, yeah, we should work on that. Definitely.
And
I think.
can someone explain the beauty regimens they were doing? Like, what was the thing over?
Oh, that was over the top. That was
traumatizing.
I cannot say anything because I'm scheduled for a thread and a Botox on Thursday. So yeah, no comment.
Yeah, but you do all that shit before you go to sleep every night? You do all of that?
Yeah,
No,
skincare routine. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I do a skincare routine. I don't.
I do a steamer. Okay, so I do a steamer. I do a cleansing facial. It depends on what day it is. I'll do a mask.
Okay, Cleveland steamer and a facial. I got you.
Okay, you know what, Shabooty? You fucking wish. You fucking wish.
Was anybody else traumatized?
I don't have anybody shitting on my face if that's what you're asking me.
A Cleveland steamer and a facial.
Wait.
Okay.
I have to ask though, guys, was anybody traumatized at the zoomed in of Sarper's crotch in this episode?
God, that's like the last thing I want to see.
I wasn't ready. I was minding my own business. I was drinking my wine and I looked up and there was a zoomed in shot of Sarper's crotch when she was putting him in the little leggy thingy. Right. And I was like, there needs to be a trigger warning. What the fuck? I was like,
I just walk away with their scenes. So, I wasn't paying attention to them.
Well, you didn't see it, but I saw it and it was more than I ever needed to see. And now I'm traumatized. Like now I'm going to have to go to therapy.
I think his crotch made you want to join the LA riots.
It did.
My God, that's so scary. Don't even joke.
Sorry.
I want to protest. I
could see doing like a beauty regimen like once a week, maybe even twice if my skin, I'm having acne or something like that, or I worn makeup, like foundation, heavy makeup for something. Sure. But I can't see doing all that shit every single day.
I do.
I do my skincare routine like with the retinol.
Yeah, you put on some retinol and you put some collagen creams on. I see that.
Retinol, I do that every single day. But
yes, that like sunblock.
The masks and stuff are more so like I have an event coming up and
that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Gonna be taking pictures of me and
because you can do the thing with retinol is you don't do it every day because then it fucks with your skin.
No, and then she put on the blanket. You seen the blanket that she put over her? That's like the laser lipo blanket.
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah, the laser lipo blanket.
But you don't do it every fucking day. It's horrible if you do it every day.
Oh my God.
You're not supposed to.
Guys, I own a laser lipo machine.
Oh.
I have one. I bought it like 4 or 5 years ago.
What?
Yeah, I bought a laser lipo machine because I was going to get laser lipo every week or twice a week. And it was really expensive. And I was like, why is it so much? And then I looked online and the laser lipo machine it made more sense for me to just buy the machine. So now
give it to me.
Now, yeah, I was going to say, now I have the machine that I don't.
Listen, let me tell you a fun story. Before my wedding, I was going to the gym and everything, trying to get sleek and svelte. And me and my daughter got a Groupon for laser lipo.
Oh, no, not the fucking Groupon.
We got the Groupon for laser lipo.
No!
And they charged us I think it was like $300 each for like 5 sessions, half an hour sessions. Okay. So I'm an avid Temu shopper. I'm not ashamed. I'm flipping through the offers that Temu is sending me. What do I come across? The lipo laser machine for $300 and something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same one. And then they have different brands. So it's like 400, 300, 500. Yeah. Then they have the blanket. They have all that shit. I'm like, you know what? These people are charging for this stuff. So the next time I went to the laser lipo session, she was in the room. I told my daughter to record to see the settings that he was putting it on, so we could buy one and do it at home.
Actually, I did that too because they were charging me a lot. So I bought the machine and
Dave, that doesn't work.
I
Laser
just
lipo doesn't work.
Googled. No, it doesn't work. And you know what other
Doesn't
machine
work.
I also have? You know the one where you freeze the fat away?
You son of a bitch,
Oh.
give it to me.
I have that one too.
Give it to me, you son of a bitch. I will pay you. What do you want for it?
That doesn't work.
Yeah,
That
No,
doesn't
it
work.
does. It does. Shut
It
up.
does. I did cryo freezing, but the thing is, you have to like eat super clean. You have to like not go with junk food, and it will work.
No, it definitely works. Oh my God. Y'all want to hear like a really embarrassing story? So I was
Trying to freeze your dick.
I was using the machine and I was watching TV. I was laying on the couch and I had it like up on my upper chest, like over my nipple, and I accidentally froze my nipple and it almost fell off.
What?
I'm not even lying to you because you know how you're supposed to turn it off and switch
my
the areas. I
God,
was watching the whole
George.
hour-long show and my whole chest was frozen solid, and I thought it was gonna fall off, and I had to go to the hospital.
Oh my
God.
Did I ever tell you? Okay, that's almost as bad as how I popped an acrylic inside my ear canal.
What?
And I had to go to the I had to so
What?
listen to this real quick story. I had like, I got my nails done. I got them really like long, right? I got these acrylics. And the next morning I felt that like I was scratching my ear, but I don't know if I was dreaming or not. And I noticed that my acrylic was gone. Like I had all them except for like the pinky one, right? And I'm telling Steve, and I'm like, I just gonna sound crazy, but I think of like my acrylic is jammed in my ear. And he's like, no, like that's so stupid. Who would ever do that? Like, and I was like, well, I can't find it anywhere. So I went to the ER and they're like, I don't see anything. Then all of a sudden, they put like this little tool and they're like, yeah, it is really jammed in your ear. And we don't know if we can get it out.
Damn,
And
Coco, what you was doing?
I was scratching my ear in the middle of the night.
How are you scratching your ear and you jammed it all into your brain?
Oh, no, because it popped off when I scratched my ear in my sleep.
Oh gosh.
And so they're trying everything. They tried saline. They tried every fucking thing. I was there for 5 hours. All right. And finally, this doctor, I remember, he was the biggest asshole ever. And he was just like, well, if we don't get this out, like, you're going to have to schedule an ENT. And I'm like, no, you're taking this out today. Like, I'm not waiting. So finally they did this cleanse with a suction cup, and they just jammed it out of my ear. And like all the nurses were showing it to each other because they had never seen someone jam an acrylic down the ear canal. So there you go.
You need to be on that show. Like what the strangest things that bring people to the ER.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad that they didn't video me actually because I went in there freaking out and I thought they were gonna cut my nipple off. So I was like
lose that
freaking out.
ear.
I would be so embarrassed if that was
How
on
long
TV.
ago was that or something?
What?
How long ago was your
The nipple thing? Oh, this was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, mine was like a year ago.
So yeah, I still have the machine though, Coco, if you want it.
I want it. Give it to
Want
me.
to freeze your nipples off, Coco? We got you.
Well, you're not supposed to do it that high up, and when you do, you're supposed to do it for a short amount of time. And I watched the hour-long show, and I kind of forgot about it. And then I looked down, and I was like, "Oh, I should take this off." And when I took it off, my chest was so hard; it was like frozen rock solid.
I wonder if you can use it on your dick.
I don't think you're supposed to do that. Why would you want to shrink your dick?
God. That's what Coco's looking for. Shrinkage.
Why would you?
Gina, be quiet, or I'll send you another naked photo of an 85-year-old man. I have plenty.
Hey, Coco, was that a fan that sent you that photo?
No, not a fan per se.
Anyway.
Okay, that's.
Wasn't he hot though?
Yeah, he was packing for an old guy.
This man was 83 years old, by the way. So
I'm traumatized. I'm gonna have to go through therapy after that.
So Gina, you found the hotel that Shekinah.
I think so.
Yeah, Gina. I
I
confirm that is definitely the hotel.
So
should we talk about that today or should we wait?
I think we should save that for Friday because Gina, she has a way of making everything so much more exciting and juicy.
Yeah,
she
we should
adds
wait on that, but
she adds a little spice to it with her reviews and stuff. So I
I
think
don't know. These are hotel reviews. Either
You want
people
to
are
do
gonna
yeah,
talk
the
about
hotel
one thing.
reviews. I mean, the picture and the room don't match, but they are the same.
no, it is the same.
It's the same place, but
No, the
when we
pictures
see,
do match.
you know what I'm saying? When you see the pictures, how nice it looks, and then you see it in person on TV, you're like, wait a
Oh,
minute,
yeah.
yeah,
I
something's
knew
I
off.
know
Van Du-
exactly where this
Van
is.
Boozle.
I knew it was the same because the
Yeah,
TV
it's the
hanging-
same. It's the same
the
furniture and
TV
everything.
the
But
TV hanging on a stripper pole, and that stood out to me because I was like, "Who hangs a TV on a stripper pole?" That stood out. So when I saw the stripper pole and the TV was hanging on it, I was like, "This is the same place."
yes, no, the furniture is the same and everything. But what I'm saying is that the advertisement looks so nice. And then when you look at the actual place, it's like, ugh. So that's maybe what happened. She saw the advertisement because it does look nice in the picture and on the ad. And then
Well,
she went in person.
why would you book a wedding venue sight unseen? I've never met a woman who's ever done that. Like
Nah, you
she
couldn't
didn't
pay me
even
for
want to
This
that.
go.
this place has an actual like hall, like a banquet hall.
Oh
Which she
Lord.
didn't rent.
Yeah, I know exactly where the
Ex-
hotel it is too. It's okay.
It's a fancy hotel, right?
It looks like a fancy hotel
No,
from the
not if it's
advertisement.
not if it's on the Hollywood Boulevard. It's not.
Oh.
It's not.
It looks like
It's-
a fancy hotel in the
It looks
advertisement.
like it, but where the address is, I know exactly where it is. It's not. It's
But
basically the boulevard.
Exactly. Then you look at the photo of that she's what we're watching in real time on the television, and we're like, wait a minute, that place is like a dump. You know?
Well, it's nice if you're taking like a prostitute there, but like it's not nice to get like married. Like I can't imagine why you would want to get married there.
I just,
Well,
I
I
you know
can't
what
say
it is?
anything. I'm getting married at the Mob Museum, so
Oh my
Oh.
god, can I come? I
Yes.
love mob movies. Oh my
Wait,
god.
when are you getting married?
we haven't set a date yet, but
Oh.
soon.
No, but by the way,
Okay.
it's on West Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
All right, we're giving away the coordinates.
Yeah,
so-
let's hold off.
Let's wait.
That'll be a Friday topic.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
my last Friday before I travel.
Yeah, before you decide to jump ship.
I'm already calling. I've already made some arrangements. I'm trying to see who I can call to get my Wi-Fi. I already downloaded my app on the phone, so I'm ready.
Yeah, you're gonna have to figure
So
it out.
you
Yeah.
know who we could give thanks to for me finding that information? Captain.
Thank you. I
This
did a
one for me.
contribution. I did a thing, guys. I did a thing.
Wait,
What are
hey,
you talking about?
what's going on?
I
Well-
suggested that Gina do what I look on the chat.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Oh no, but Captain on her Twitter, I just, like many thanks to her because I didn't screenshot anything from tonight's show. So many thanks to her for getting
my
that picture that I
screenshots?
needed.
Girl.
Yeah, you know it.
Teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
Okay, do you want to talk about
Stevie.
and Maddie, or you want to talk about Matt and Amani and the throuple, or what?
Oh, so
Let's do Stevie
Let's
because
talk.
I've heard some stuff that her kids are like actually 19 and 20-year-olds.
Yeah, me too. They're older.
what?
So
Yeah.
that's why they're not essentially
Wait,
on the show or
How
books
old
about
is
them.
she?
She's 37, according to Google.
Whoa. Hold on. If she has a 20-year-old, that means that she had a kid when she was 17.
Yeah.
She did say on one of her lives she did have a child when she was at a very young age.
She is from I know you're from the South, George, so no offense, but she is from the South.
No,
Yeah, 17 is considered a little.
No, my sister had her first baby at 15. I'm not judging, okay? I'm just saying that would make sense why we didn't meet them on the show because they don't live with her because they have their own fucking apartments. Because they're
Yeah,
adults.
I moved in with my first husband when I was 17.
Oh,
No, I'm not judging the age.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm saying I did that.
let's judge
I want to
JLP
make it
real
very
quick.
clear. I'm not judging the age of anything. I'm just surprised.
Surprised, right? She
He
looks like she
doesn't
comes
look-
from a
No, she just doesn't look old enough to have a 20-year-old. I think I may have said it as though I was being like,
You're better than me because I thought she was younger when she had the kid. Because I was like, wait, she's 30. Because I thought she was younger on the show, like she was in her 30s,
I
early
thought
30s.
she was 31, 32.
Yeah, I thought she was in her early 30s. So when they said she had a 17, 19, and a 20-year-old, I was
That's
like,
why I flipped it.
what?
And I was like, so wait, she was like 12. So I was like,
Yeah,
wait
I
a
was
minute,
like,
wait a
what?
minute. But okay, I get it now. So
That's why I ran to see how old she was because I was like, wait a minute, how old is
Oh,
this?
and then I guess on this episode she said she doesn't eat the box, but I don't believe her.
I think
yeah, she said that she never has, and she was being a twat when he kept asking instead of just saying yes or no. And she's saying that she doesn't eat the box. So does anyone believe that she doesn't eat the box, or do you think that she?
She's a hidden box eater.
Yeah, I think she fancies the fish. Definitely.
Well, she says that it's just art, and she likes to draw naked.
Well, you can people do BDSM is a form of art sex.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's
people get very artsy about it. It's
well,
it's
maybe
an art form to it.
Maybe it's a fetish. Like she's not like interested in marrying a woman, but she likes to eat a box. Like, because you know how there's people that have.
Yeah, it's probably like sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, that's true. Right. That's true. That's true.
She wakes up whatever time. Oh, and also I read that she supposedly has narcolepsy.
Okay, so I've heard that too.
Well, I mentioned
we discussed that on Friday.
Yeah, we talk about Friday.
Oh, we're talking Friday, yeah, because I've heard that too, and I have some stuff to say. So let's hold off on that.
Well, no, I'm saying we talked about it on an earlier.
Oh, we already did. Because I thought if she had it, doesn't that affect you driving?
That's why she can't go over the bridge. She thinks she's gonna fall asleep mid bridge.
Again, we talked about this because Shabooty was saying like I fell asleep, like I was falling asleep, and then you said the same thing about the driving, George.
Oh, so we already talked.
That's what happens when we drink in podcasts.
Well, that might have been the one time I was really drunk. I don't.
Yeah, I don't remember. George, don't feel bad because I don't remember that shit either.
I don't remember discussing this at all.
I don't remember it at all.
All right, so I guess that's
old news. I'll be kidding.
I guess that's old news, so we're just gonna fork right over that.
I think you know what it is. I think that when we want to talk about a topic and then we say, "Oh, we're gonna leave it for Friday," or sometimes talk about a topic on Friday, and then by the time the next podcast is, we've forgotten what we've spoken about already.
Right.
Yeah, and it's funny because I'll listen to the playback and then I still don't remember.
All right.
Oh, right. I wanted to bring up the air tag. So Shekinah put an air tag on Sarper's keys and didn't tell him. So I wanted to ask the ladies. So, Captain, have you put a tracking device on your husband or any of your
Absolutely not.
So you've never done
not.
Gina,
absolutely not.
Gina, what about
I wouldn't even think about it because a relationship is based on trust. So obviously there's some trust issues there. So I think so. I don't want to be tracked, so why am I gonna have someone else?
If I had to be worried about my husband's whereabouts or what he's doing, I wouldn't have gotten married.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that he wouldn't be your husband if you didn't.
Yeah, if I was a jealous person like that, I would never get married. I've been through that with my first husband. It was a nightmare.
Oh my God, seriously? So he was out there, he belonged to the streets?
He was in them streets knee deep.
Oh my God.
And it was terrible because, you know, like we were so young, and I get it. We were kids. We were kids, so we didn't know much about life, but it was like you couldn't turn your back. And then he was always worried about me, and I was always worried about him. So it was like spy versus spy. To see who's cheating and who's cheating. So it was very exhausting.
Yeah.
And plus, this is me here we're talking about. I am a detective to the max. So
well, it's funny because I would assume you would track someone because you are a CIA agent. So I would automatically assume.
I think Gina, you work for the FBI. I know you do.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna find out sooner or later.
I was shocked when Gina said she didn't track nobody because I feel like Gina probably tracks all of us. Right?
No, you know what? Though Gina has air tags on all of us right now.
I know. I feel like she does. I do.
Well, it's comforting to know because if I go missing in vacation, Gina can find me.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a comfort. That's a comfort to know that at least I can.
this is what happens when you're addicted to true crime. You just like put pieces together.
Gina, did you ever watch Deadly Women?
Yes, I watch that all the time.
Oh my god, I know I auditioned for that show.
Yeah, Gina already knows where Lana's ghost gun came from.
Yeah, she probably does, and she already has tested it for fingerprints, and it already has a match. Like Gina is already ahead of the game. She probably has already determined the Diddy verdict, and she's already analyzed the evidence. Like that's just Gina. She already knows, and I'm just like, oh, I just heard about this, and Gina's like, yeah, I already got the conviction on that. I already. I'm like, damn.
You just mentioned it, and she said she texts you back the whole a pedigree on the person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's funny because non-podcast related, I was out of town on a personal trip, and I contracted Gina we were doing some information. We need to find some information out about a person, and I contracted Gina to do that, and she came through. So I just wanted to thank Gina publicly for that. Gina, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
I think Gina got.
I know you're at work, but
I remember
can you
that.
do me a favor?
Yeah,
I think Gina got a connection to Starlink. We're gonna have to go to
Starlink.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go to Canada and take a closer look.
and granted, I wasn't in her state or country, and I wasn't in my state, and she still gave me all of the information on this person that I needed.
She might have some high level clearance. We don't know who this person is.
The only high level clearance I have is my Nexus card to get me through the border and my passport.
I don't know, Gina. You might have another identity. Your name might not even be Gina.
It's Lena.
It is.
It's Lena.
It's Brenda.
It's Brenda. Yeah, it's Brenda, and
it's
you have
Joan.
And you have a boyfriend named Ray.
You know, my aunt, God rest her soul, she passed away 2 years ago. I was really close to her. She thought my name was Regina. I'm like, Auntie, what's wrong with you? I'm like, my mom would sign the back of my picture saying Gina. She's like, oh, I just thought they shortened it. And I'm like, no, it's always been Gina. That's it. Not Regina. Gina. That's it. Because my mom wanted the shortest name as possible.
Okay, speaking of Brenda and the throuple, I felt like Amani was being extra pick me tonight, literally.
Well, yeah, she literally said, "Why not pick me?" She said the words, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's literally using the words that we describe her as."
Trying to make us make fun of you. What are we doing here?
I think that I think she wants to be a meme, and I was watching her tonight, and I was like looking at her, and I was like, it's amazing to me that anybody can tolerate her at all, because she's just like, love me. Like you can tell that she did have a dad, or she did, and he didn't hug her at all, because
she comes from that that background that the girls are not really that interesting. It's just the boys that really get the attention.
Oh, that's what it is then, because she needs the attention and approval and love of everyone around her.
Yeah, she's where she's from, what country she's from?
Guys, stop talking about me like that, please. Fuck.
She's from somewhere in the east.
Tunisia. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Tunisia.
Oh, Tunisia. Yeah. So that.
Oh shit, you're right. That's where men are king and women can be stoned because they don't look right. Yeah, you're right. So yeah,
that's why she's done so many modifications. She's like Shekinah. Those chicks, when they break free, they go all holes barred, bro.
And then did you see the photo of them I posted of when she got married to Matt?
Oh, that just terrible.
Why did it look so low budget? It reminded me of a Shekinah wedding. It was very low budget.
Now she looked like she was on the strip, and he just said, "Come on, let's get married." She was walking down the Sunset Strip, and he dragged her into the chapel.
She has a giant arm tattoo of this like emo looking witch.
Yeah, I'm not against tattoos, but I am against like arm sleeves, especially like double arm sleeves. Like that's a turnoff for me. And I don't want Amani anyway, but I'm just saying that's a turnoff for me. Like,
not to get into like tattoo sidebar, but you know what is the biggest turnoff for me is like a giant fucking spider on your chest.
Oh, stuff on your chest. That's turnoff city.
I don't like titty tattoos.
No,
I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
It's funny because I love titties, but I don't like titty tattoos. They just always are off-putting for me. And I don't know. I feel like titties are a work of art just the way God made them. So doing anything
That's
extra,
right, George. They're perfect the way God made them.
doing anything extra to them is just disrespectful, right?
They come with nipples and areolas.
Yes, and that's
Question. What's above her tattoo? Is that like a Chantal rash type of situation that's going on?
Wait, what?
She has
It
a
looks
rash?
No, it looks like I'm looking at the picture of that.
Like a birthmark.
Maybe it's a birthmark that she tried to hide.
Yeah.
Wait, send me the picture. I want to see it. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I'll send you the photo.
Send it to
I'll
the
put it in the group chat.
Yeah, I want to see it.
It just seems like she was like, I gotta make my debut. My ratings are low on the viewership, so I gotta do something to make this, turn up the heat around here.
Oh,
and everybody already hates her anyway, so
yeah.
Well, ain't making it no better. Every day
Why is it like she's wearing a diaper?
Right? And the dress, you can see
the dress is so. Listen, I'm getting a very retro dress. Like it's gonna be like, it's not gonna be short, but it's like pinup style. If you're gonna do something like that, like at least make it cute. You know?
I said she looked like she was walking the stroll, and he was like, "Come on, let's get married."
Yeah, and you're like, okay, I guess. Sure.
Yeah,
why
you're
not?
right. She was walking the strip, when they walk and they're like, "Hey, do you want to take a picture?" She's like, "Hey, do you want to get married? It's $600." And he was like, "Okay." They got married.
Well, according to some tweets I've seen, it's actually he's like a trust fund baby. So he was the one with the money initially.
Whoa, excuse me?
Yeah, somebody commented, damn it, I didn't supposedly he's a trust fund baby, like he came with the money. That's why, yeah, she didn't come with no money. He did. That's why he stays home.
So that's why he ain't got no job.
Yeah, exactly. He stays home and she runs an Airbnb out of her guest house in the backyard somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
That explains why he can be high all day, every day.
Yeah, it was his money that initially she
But it kind of seems like the money ran out now, right? Do you feel like it's gone?
It probably, not that it's gone, it's probably one of those situations where they put him into a conservatorship because he was probably misspending it.
Oh, so you think it's probably there, but he's like banned from touching it?
Yeah, because he looks like he wasted a lot of money on bullshit. So
they probably weed, right?
And other partners.
Now weed is not gonna run your pockets like that.
High and dry.
He looks high all the time, like all the time.
Yeah, he looks like he powders his nose.
Oh,
allegedly.
I mean, he is really skinny.
He looks like he powders his nose a lot. So
this is alleged.
Alleged. I said he looks like it. I didn't say he does it. I said he looks like it.
Yeah, allegedly, that's what he looks like for real.
Okay, like, did you see the? It was only like 10 or 15 seconds long, but did you see the tell-all video clip?
Yeah, it was like a little. Everybody's ganging up on Shekinah.
I didn't see it because I watched it on TLC Go, so I'm just gonna listen.
After the podcast, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna record the video, like record it off the TV. But it was like, what was it? Well, first of all, yeah, I guess Meatball Danielle was there, but then it was mainly like Amani was arguing with Shekinah, and then even
Meatball Danielle.
I posted the screenshot.
How'd she get on the tell-all for 90 Day Fiancé?
I don't know.
You know why? Your theory's right, Captain. She will be on the, what's it called, Last Resort.
Oh, fuck my life. You know what? I gotta really gauge his location, because I'm gonna be in those parts where he's from. There's a really nice beach.
You know what you should do?
I'm gonna hunt that motherfucker down.
You should fuck Johan.
You know what, George? You should fuck Danielle.
There's no money in the world.
Okay, hold on. I call bullshit. I
mean, I personally wouldn't fuck him because I am a married woman, and of course he's not going to go for me.
With you gonna be single? Because I would love for you to do that.
He's not going to go for me, but I could
fuck anything with $20.
If I had my crew with me, I would bring my crew, and I'm sure one of them will get.
No, he would run.
Wait, you guys gonna take turns?
No, I would get somebody to fuck him.
Everybody. He would fuck the whole crew for $20 each.
But
Yeah.
That much?
Yeah, $20 each.
Yeah, he's kind of broke because I saw
All
a video.
he is over there is a hooker. He's a hooker. That's all that he is over there.
and then like to get back to the video clip of the tell-all preview. So Amani and Shekinah are arguing, and then even like Stevie at one point pipes up and tells Amani to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so I heard that Amani is an extremely disrespectful bully on this tell-all.
I heard a little differently. I heard like Shekinah's kind of asshole.
No, that's not what I heard. So we're gonna have to see, because I heard that Amani bullied several cast members on this tell-all to the point of crying.
No, that's not. I heard the opposite. I heard I heard like they all ganged up on Amani.
Well, yeah, everybody ganged up on her after she bullied the entire cast. That is accurate.
Okay.
She bullied the entire cast throughout the entire tell-all, and then the entire cast declared war on her because they were sick of her shit. Yeah, so no, you're accurate. That's correct. But I heard that she was nasty. You know how people go there and they turn into sparkles? Amani was Sparkle. She went there and she started a fight with everyone. And then by the time it was her turn, everyone was like, oh, so since you had so much to say about me, everybody attacked her. So yeah, that's kind of how it went down.
Yeah, and then and by the way, yeah, it's two parts, as we said in the previous episode of this podcast, before anyone else had confirmed that. We said that first, and we were right. And yeah, it'll definitely, what we just said sounds like it's going to happen. And then, but I think the major beef or the major like bloodshed is going to be like Shekinah is going to like spill that Amani blood, figuratively speaking.
I would like to see some action between them because they're both really self-centered and egotistical, so they're gonna go blow for blow.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind watching them go at each other. I don't care for either one. So, one knock the other one out. Do what you gotta do.
I mean, if Sarper jumps in, he's gonna tear. He could tear Matt apart.
Oh
verbally.
God, he'll break him like a stick.
Yeah, he could take Matt. Sarper could definitely take Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Where, to bed?
He'll take him wherever he wants to go, but Matt, he probably won't be opposed to the idea.
No.
And I don't think so. I think he'll be like, hey, am I going to make money if I do it?
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to be on TV?
Like, Shekinah, watch.
I want you to see my moves.
Apparently, I forget. Somebody like, I hate to keep giving Sarper props and stuff, but somebody DM'd me and said they saw him at the Ice House show that he did, and they said he was funny.
At Pasadena? Oh.
They said he was funny, and then I was like, well, send me a photo of you two. Yeah, like I don't care that he's funny, but if you have a photo of you two together, maybe I'll post that. But then they were like, the person that was telling me, it was like, oh, I think I look ugly in my photo, so I don't want to send it. And I was like, well, I don't give a fuck then.
Yeah, they could just blur themselves out. And just
That's what I said. I was like, I'll put
That's
it
interesting. It's interesting. He was at Ice House. I used to perform there too. It's in Pasadena. It's owned by, oh my God, what the fuck is his name?
But like Joe Rogan used to always go there perform.
No, it's owned by
I'm not saying he owns it. I'm saying he used to perform there.
Yeah, well, I used to fucking perform there. Everyone used to perform there.
You used to do stand-up comedy, Coco?
Yeah, I used to back 2015, 16. Yeah, I did Comedy Store, Laugh Factory, Ice House.
Look at you.
I wanted to be a comedian because people told me that I'm funny, but I never tried it. And I feel like I might have missed it. I might have missed
Whenever someone tells me I'm funny, I'm like, thanks. I would have had a lobotomy in 1940.
I have a, what do you call your nephew's son? That's your great nephew?
Your nephew's son?
Yeah, my nephew's son.
Are we talking about the South?
No, my nephew's son. I call him my nephew as well. He's doing stand-up in New York City. I'll get his info so you guys could just look through his Instagram. He's pretty good. He's a young kid.
Well, next time I'm in LA, Coco, me and you should do a set.
I don't live in LA anymore.
Oh shit, you're right. Next time I'm in Vegas, we're gonna do a set somewhere, some low budget place. We're gonna do it.
Okay.
Maybe you could go to Lauren's drag club.
Oh yeah. I would do that. I would do that. I would just, put on
I would go watch and cheer you guys on.
I think that I miss my calling, guys. I really was told by so many different people that I should do stand up, but I was actually really scared because stand up is not like
it can be brutal if you crash out, you'll never have the strength to do it again.
I know, because like I used to sing, and that wasn't hard for me because once the song is over or once your set is over, you can run off the stage.
See, that's one thing I always wanted to do. I've always wanted to sing publicly, but I sound like a croaking frog, so I've never dared. And even on the cruise, I was dying to get up and sing, so I kept drinking.
Love karaoke.
I kept drinking to see if I get the courage to do it, but I was like, oh, I'm too scared. And I kept saying, I need another drink. I need another drink. And then by that time, I was like, you know what? If I get on stage to sing, I'm too drunk. I'm going to forget everything.
I used to do karaoke when I was drunk, and I always do Usher songs. So yeah, it's good times. Good times.
The only karaoke I did where I was happy with my performance was when I did 50 Cent PIMP.
Oh my God. Okay, I'll beat you right now. I did Too Shorts. I'm a player.
Oh my God.
So I did the 50 Cent PIMP and I did really good. And I started getting full of myself and I was like, oh, that went really well. And then I think the next time I went to the same karaoke bar in my college days, then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do like Eminem Lose Yourself. And
oh
then,
my God.
But I think I did that. That was one. But either way, I did an Eminem song. But it was a lot harder to do than like a 50 Cent song because Eminem raps pretty fast.
Eminem raps fast, yeah. So you got to be on your shit. So yeah, Eminem is like advanced. Like when I used to sing for weddings and stuff, like anything, Mariah Carey was advanced. Like when people had a request, you had to make sure that they weren't going too advanced on you. Like there's certain things that are out of your range. So I was like, oh, we're definitely not doing that. But here's a list of songs that you can pick from. Like I'm not gonna embarrass myself.
So my go-to karaoke is Amy Winehouse.
Oh my God, I hate you. Don't say it. Don't say it. Rehab.
No.
That's what I was trying to do Amy Winehouse.
Valerie. I sing Valerie.
Oh my God. On the ship. How many people didn't do karaoke Valerie? Oh my, it must have been like 5 people.
That's the go-to song. I do.
Can I just say though, like every time I sing, because I've been told like I sound a little like her when I sing, so that's usually what I do. Oh no, it's I'm no good, Valerie, and something else. So sometimes I'll do Rehab.
I wanted to do Rehab so bad because that's like one of my favorite songs of her.
That's
so funny story. Funny story.
To do too. That's like the easiest one.
Yeah, I know. And my voice is like a frog, so nobody would have noticed.
Funny story. Literally, when I was in rehab, we had karaoke night, and I sang Rehab in a rehab.
That's hilarious.
And people were like so offended.
That would not surprise me, Coco.
Fentanyl, okay? Don't get so fucking offended.
I would have threw my pills at you.
You know what I hate though when you're at like a shitty ass karaoke bar, and then there aren't that many people. Well, there's people performing, but then it's I guess the list isn't that long, so then the same asshole performs every like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we had that on the ship. Every karaoke session, there was like one at 1:30, then at 7. But he was the same guy just coming up and singing.
Like the list isn't like it lists like 10 people at most. So then every 10 people you see the same guy over and over. And you're just like, oh my God, I already saw this guy do like 3 songs already. I'm so
right. I've heard every rendition of Valerie and Take Me Home Country Road by John Denver.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, they sang that. Then when they did kids karaoke, every Taylor Swift song was on there.
Crying out loud.
It was cute. They had these little 3-year-olds singing Shake It Off.
I think mine would have to be Journey or any boy band. Just throw a boy band in there and I'll do it. Alcohol is not required.
Oh, I used to do a boy band one. It was called God Must Have Spent a Little More Time on You.
Time on You by NSYNC. Yeah,
I used to do that one.
Mm-hmm.
Your love is like a river, peaceful and deep.
Oh, okay.
All right, Gina.
Oh.
Like I said, I know more boy band lyrics than what I remembered in high school, so go figure.
One of these days, I'm gonna get the strength to do karaoke
Well,
in
when
public.
me and Coco do our stand up, then you can do a song after.
Okay, we'll do a mix of like singing and stand up and talking about my grandfather issues, which always gets a laugh.
Yeah, it'll be like a variety show. We'll do songs, we'll
Yeah.
do stand up, we'll
It'll,
talk about
it'll be the George and Coco show.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
it'll be crazy. A little bit of everything for everybody. So
You could shove things in your ear, Coco.
Mhm.
and
You know
I
what?
can
I'd rather
I
shove
can
things in my mouth, Shabooty.
then I can freeze my nipples off on
Yeah,
stage.
Exactly.
yeah, it'll just be a freak show.
Sounds like a plan.
No, we're all gonna sing the song "Misbehavin'" from Righteous Gemstones.
Oh my god, that's my favorite.
Oh my god.
I love
God.
that song.
Misbehavin'.
That song was
That
so
is my
good.
fucking show, bro.
I didn't like the way it ended, but we're not gonna get into that.
Why did you shave your pussy? Because it's gonna make me surf faster.
Oh,
She was really unhinged, bro.
All right.
Oh my fucking god, I love that show.
All right,
Sorry.
before we end it, any other 90-day thing, related thing, comments before we end it?
Oh, I wanted to bring up because Gina brought it up earlier that Mina's a lying bitch because apparently the passport situation isn't as complicated as she's making it out because Gina posted in the group chat that it only takes 12 days to process because the UK and the US are allied countries, or I don't know how you say this.
Yes.
But it's a expedited process of it's not like
you mean France?
France.
France. Yeah,
Yeah.
France. So we're allies with them. Like we get
Now, here's the question. Was he born in France?
okay.
Even if he was born in Portugal or Angola, which is a former Portuguese colony, if he's even if he's a Portuguese citizen, he can get his Portuguese passport in a day. Because I gotten my Portugal citizenship card, I could do it in a day.
I think that she came to do the 90-day show, knowing that she had 90 days to get married, and then she always had intentions to go back and get him, but she knew she wasn't bringing him on this trip, so she used the passport delay as an excuse.
I have a theory. I think that she doesn't have custody of him. I think that the dad has custody of him, and the dad is the reason why he's not going. That's my theory. I think
because I mean, I don't know how it works in the UK or France or anything like that, but I know that here in the States, even if you're split up and you don't, the father doesn't have custody, but the father's still in the picture for whatever reason, you cannot take the child out of the country without a
remember
that's the same thing as here.
Remember Rachel and John Waters. So Rachel had a daughter. Can't remember the daughter's name now, but the dad of that daughter was like, because Rachel was gonna move to the UK to live with him. She just didn't get her. She was just like, whatever, he can't get her. I'm gonna go to him. The dad made sure in court that she could not take that child out of this country.
Exactly. There's people that do that. They're like, nope, you can have them all week, but you can't take them out of the country. I won't consent.
So I think the dad, whoever Clayton's dad is the reason why he's not coming to the wedding or he's not over here. I think the dad went to court and was like, no, she can't take my child out of the country. And I think that he's giving her a hard time. You have to go back and forth with courts. Eventually, if you keep going to court and keep fighting, you might be able to get a judgment. But I think he's making it difficult for her.
It could be that. It could be that, and it also could be that she didn't have any intentions to bring him here until she set foundations. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't know.
Did you catch the end of the show, the preview for the next episode, where Mina says she's like pregnant?
Oh yeah, she's pregnant again.
I think that's a joke, bullshit, just to see his reaction.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that because when before the plane hit the ground, she was talking about getting a baby in her. So I don't know. I think she might actually be pregnant. And I think Mark.
I mean, she is very emotional. She cries all the time. So that could be a hormone.
I think she might be pregnant. I think Mark was raw on that. And he was like, oh, I got her here now. I don't got to wait weeks and months to see this coochie. I think he knocked her up. Honestly, I think she might really be pregnant.
And I mean, it's an anchor baby, they call it, when you have a baby here in the States. I mean, not that she needed one, but that's just more reassurance. And that's another income, another child support check.
Well,
So
you tell.
basically, after some Google searching, in France, in the event of a separation or divorce, both parents continue to have rights and obligations towards their children, known as something in French. It is very rare that these rights are withdrawn from parent, even in cases involving domestic abuse, unfortunately.
So he is not giving consent for the child to leave the
Right. He
country.
would have to sign papers saying that it's okay for her
Mhm.
to leave the country. And he's not going to do it. And that's the same thing that Rachel's ex or her baby daddy did. He was like, I could sign this and you could take my child, but I'm not going to. And that's exactly what he
Didn't she
did.
have Rachel have 2 children?
She had 2, but only one baby daddy was fighting her.
Oh, yeah, because I watched that show for so long, and I completely missed the part where she was already pregnant when she met John.
Yeah, she was pregnant, and that was the dude who was fighting her.
I didn't even know. I thought that was John's baby. That's why she was
No.
fighting so hard.
Yeah, she was a few months pregnant when they met. But John was that kid's dad because she
Yeah,
was
he's
never
the
with the baby daddy. But the baby daddy was like, even though I'm not a part of this kid's life, you're not taking it to another country.
I wonder how that's working out for them now, because now her and John are like throwing fire at each other.
Oh yeah, they definitely done. They're divorced. It's over. So I don't know if Rachel is with anybody or whatever, but
Or is she letting the child still consider him her father?
I highly doubt that. Not the way she been talking about him online.
We're off topic, and it's almost 1 a.m.
Shabooty's desperate.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, you guys work tomorrow.
Okay, Dad.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I'm on leave. I don't give a shit about time.
Yeah,
Okay,
us unemployed, irresponsible folks just chat and chat.
I mean, we could talk all night. We could. I mean,
Well, we got to save energy for the what's it called?
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow, Hunt for Love.
yeah, the 2-hour hunt for love.
Oh my god, fucking shoot me.
Because our Hunt for Love podcasts are like huge hits in terms of like numbers, so we gotta save.
Yeah, we gotta save some energy for Hunt for
Yeah.
Love.
I don't know
Alright,
why
I'll
people are
watch.
skipping these podcasts. These are still good. I don't know why y'all are missing out on the good stuff. I don't know.
True. Oh, and if anyone's listening to this, because I know a lot of people, we put out a lot of content, so some people are like behind on all the shows we put out. Let me just, if you have the app, you know you don't have to listen at 1.x speed. You could listen at 1.25x. You could listen at 1.5x. So you could speed it up and then listen quicker.
Yeah. So if it's a 2-hour podcast, it would only take you an hour to get through. Well, my math is off, but
If you did 2, yeah, but I recommend like 1.5x or something.
Yeah, so you'll get through it faster. So like if you got a 45-minute commute, you can listen to it on your way to work. So you don't have to so that's very smart.
So to end it on a positive note, I was with my friends yesterday and I read them some of the reviews from Friday. They could not stop laughing. They're like, where did you find this shit? Oh my God. And when are you famous? You're going to share your wealth with me. I'm like, I'll be on the iHeartRadio awards. Thank you.
Oh, the iHeartRadio Podcast Awards. Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, guys. We're going to be accepting our award. And we're gonna thank all the stupid ass haters that made us famous. We're gonna thank each and every one.
I'd like to thank all the wrinkled dicks who supported me throughout the years.
But Gina, were they specifically talking about that like barn strip club?
Yeah, because I was reading them to them. I'm like, they're like, yeah, what's with you in this podcast? And I was giving them the details. I'm like, we talk about 90 Day Fiancé, but we talk about a whole other level of shit. And then explain triple XBs, and then I just went in like briefly and I read one of the first review that we fell in love with triple XBs, and then I'm like, you guys, I did one for a truck stop, like a truck stop stripper club yesterday. They're like, do you read them? I'm like, no, I don't have that personality, because I would start laughing. But someone else read them and it was they're like epic. They're like, oh my God, we're like drinking wine, we're just like, oh my God, Gina.
Yeah, but what makes them funny is when I'm unable to finish reading it without like laughing myself.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to the playback.
Try to help you by not letting you like read it ahead of time so you don't know what to expect, but that sometimes that makes it worse.
That backfires on you sometimes.
It does.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna know exactly when to bust out laughing.
No, I just like the way we do it. But I was listening to the playback of that Friday show, and everyone, if you haven't listened, go back and listen. But yeah, by the time I was at the barn reviews, it was like right when I was about to eat some food, and then I was like trying to I was laughing and trying to eat and not choke on my food at the same time. So, but it was super hilarious even the second time.
Yeah, that was a really fun episode. So if you need a laugh, go back and listen to that again.
Yeah, that was amazing. So yeah, thank you, Gina, and everyone else. And I guess we should end it at this point.
Yes.
All right. We'll
Yeah,
see
we're
you
gonna
Fridays.
Everybody enjoy your week.
True. We'll see y'all tomorrow for Hunt for Love.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you
Bye.
everyone for listening to 9-Day Fiancé Fridays on
Sunday.
Sunday.
Peace.
Peace.